welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Ngani Titan. We're on the Cliff map, and I'm in the Lycan, the American Tier 7 Premium Light Tank, based off the T-71. It's essentially an identical tank. It was kind of brought in as a novelty tank for the whole Halloween monster tank themed stuff that they've been going for the last couple of years, and I've been actually expanding the line. So initially I think there was like 4 of them. There was this thing, the Kaiju, which is the OI Experimental, the Revenant Craft Panther, was there a Wraith? There's something else as well. I think it was a German tank as well. And then they've expanded the thing since to a whole bunch of other things as well. So I decided I'm going for the top of the hill. It's one of the more useless places to be on the Cliff map if you're in a fast light tank, and it's one of the few places where you can kind of do an extensive spotting thing at relatively low risk. Anywhere else you're going to be spotting stuff, you're also going to be right in the thick of it in terms of the conflict. And Cliff isn't a big map, and you're pretty much going to be spotted no matter where you go. Now there's an M41 Brazil Bulldog, I think it is, another premium light tank coming up at the other side, but I have a second Lycan here with me, and the enemy are starting to go around the base of this hill as well. Now I was kind of cautious. I was expecting the Bulldog to be waiting for me, but I've come around and I decided that he probably knows there's 2 Lycans coming up here, and decided that he has better things to be doing. Then I waste some time trying to put rounds to the roof of that IS-3, which is completely impossible with my little gun. Now, it's not a bad gun. It's actually a pretty decent gun. It will damage most tanks, but at this kind of range and angles, trying to get a roof shot on on an IS-3 is not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do. We have been joined by Liberté, French kind of heavy tank. Now, they're generally lightly armoured. They're pretty fast, and they're all about the gun type tanks, but I don't know if this is the best place for it. On top of the hill here, like, we'd be better off just picking up spotting damage. The enemy have managed to round the hill to the north beneath us, and this is not good for our team because it means most of our guys are caught forward in an open position and are now subject to a crossfire. So we're going to have to do something about that as soon as possible, and I was pushing forward here to see if I could get some spots, but I didn't seem to be having any luck. And I was spotted, so I pulled back to lose the spots, and there's a T-32 pushing out forward in the northerly position by the enemy team. So I take the opportunity to basically empty a clip into the back of his tank, or up into the higher engine deck and higher glacis of the tank, and I pushed pretty much every round that I fired into it through it. I guess the fortunate thing for our guys in the centre is that there is nobody actually facing them off directly next to them, that the enemy tanks are over here onto our north. And while I was at this looking for a shot in those tanks to the north, I was wondering why I was getting spotted. I didn't realise initially there was a nice 3 after climbing the hill to come after me, and a bit of a brown alert moment, and I almost drove the tank off the hill completely and destroyed my tank. But we managed to retain control, and we managed to hang on to the control of our tank, and I've just taken a big hit from an AMX-65T. I need to go for a reload here, so I need to get back into cover, get my ammunition back in order. I will support my buddies as I want to move out, but I'm not in a position to start playing footsie with an IS-3 on such a narrow mountaintop. I'm signalling there the fact that I'm in a reload and that I have so many seconds left, and hopefully people will wait until we're all ready together before moving on the IS-3. And he's getting quite a bit of backup from his buddies as well. Now we have been getting supporting fire as well. I'm getting assisted damage ribbons for the tanks that I spot, and I just want to see if I can get in a position to shoot them without being spotted, preferably. But as soon as we cross the ridgeline, we're being spotted, and we seem to be spotted quite easily. Nobody down there. There is somebody at the base of the hill, but if I move forward enough to shoot at him, I'm pretty much on top of him. There are people on the other side of the map as well. There's somebody over there. There's an AMX-65T. And that was artillery giving him the smackdown. So that means possibly that the IS-3 is alone. So the Liberté is certainly making a rush for it. And pushes him off the cliff, manages to land on top of him, but gets himself destroyed as a result. That can happen. But he also manages to stay on top of the IS-3 and destroy the IS-3 eventually also. Either way, this thing has come out in our favour. But I'm stuck here off the side of the cliff. I can't regain the cliff edge top. And it was just as well I think I pulled away there, because I think that was the sound of incoming artillery rounds striking somewhere around where I'd been just recently. And I wouldn't take anything much of a near miss to the slightest hit at this point, and I would be just removed from the game. We've come down to the low ground. We've managed to clear the enemy out of the centre of the map and out of the northern side of the map. Our guys have gained the valley bottom there at the edge of the centre. And there's only one tank destroyer seen towards the back, but we know that there are heavy tanks in the gap. The gap at the cliff, right in the centre of the map, and I'm just coming back. There was quite a few enemy tanks along this side, but they all seem to be dealt with. And the area is clear right back to the enemy base, and I still don't see anything. We knock over the tree, which does not provoke a response, nor do I see anything. 6 cents doesn't go off. So, slide down without dying. We come down, we haven't spotted anything yet either, and again 6 cents hasn't gone off, so we push forward. See if there's anything left. I'm probably the most forward tank, and we spot a chariot here. Right up on the high ground on the other side of the map, right at the edge. Didn't I really get up there with a tank? Never actually tried it, and I'm not altogether sure if you can see anything up there with a tank. There's a fair bit of curvature along the map border edge, and if you are too close to the map border edge, you can see nothing and you won't get to shoot anybody down on the 1 and 2 lines, because the centre of the map will just hide them from you. So we push forward a bit. The last remaining enemy tank didn't show up on my radar. It was spotted, but not by me, and I wasn't getting any benefit from the hit. I think the largest benefit there was with the artillery took out the MX-65T. So we finish up with a second class mastery. 3,000, almost 3,500 damage of assisted damage. About half of that was the MX-65T, and did 1,300 direct damage of our own tank as well. So, which is pretty good. It's what, 1.5 times the health of the Lycan, I think. This managed to get us in number 2 by experience, and I'd be satisfied enough with that. The other Lycan didn't do as well. He was a good bit down the chart, and he didn't get the same amount of assisted damage that I got either. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like and a share. Feel free to comment, and if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.